And if you were one of the lucky ones who got to go to Sephora in Vancouver, you got to meet Kat Von D. How are you, Kat?
I'm doing good, thank you.
So we have so much to talk to you about, but first and foremost, we have to talk about your art tour that you've been doing and what you were commissioned to do with Sephora.
Yeah, it was actually a really beautiful thing. To be honest with you, I think out of all the deals that I ever made, Sephora has always been the most awesome. They've always just really believed in me, and it's not just the brand. Obviously, I think they're pros at making great makeup, but I think once they got wind that I was doing all this volunteer work with this organization called Art of Elysium, it's like I go and I draw with the kids in the hospital, and it just changed my world, and I think that they were inspired by that, so they wanted to do something that would give back, and so they asked me what's my definition of true beauty, and I drew out 7 different elements to what my definition is, and so we basically on this tour would sell the prints, and 100% of the proceeds go to the Art of Elysium.
And what does beauty mean to you? I mean, that's such a difficult question for anybody to answer, but I guess expressing it in the way that you do gives you so many different avenues. But what does it mean to you?
Well, I think it's definitely not the typical external things that most people would assume. You know, it's like, oh, long eyelashes and no wrinkles. It's like, to me, that has absolutely nothing to do with beauty. So the elements that I chose are, you know, strength, presence, individuality, creativity, things like that.
And what is it like for you? I mean, looking on your YouTube videos and on all the blogs, everybody, your fans are so excited, young girls specifically, to meet you. They look up to you so much. What is that like for you when you get to meet these girls? It's
pretty magical, you know. I mean, I've kept every single piece of fan art and fan mail too since the beginning of the show and all that stuff. And I'll tell you what, when I was a little girl born in Mexico with barely anything, never in a million years did I imagine that I would be in such an awesome place, and just to be able to be a positive light in someone's world, I think that's the primary purpose, really, you know?
And your family encouraged your art. You obviously were drawing since you were a kid, but they really let you explore that, which I think is such an important thing.
Totally. And that's something I think I admire, even just spending a little bit of time here. You know, it's like, you can see it in the fashion, you can see it in even just you guys' stores and stuff. People seem to be much more creatively expressive, and that's a really beautiful gift. I think it's liberating. I know for me, art has always been a higher power, I guess, for lack of a better description. You know, it's been my best friend throughout the years, and so I think to be able to inspire others to do the same and tap into that creativity, it's important.
And let's talk about the makeup line, because I got sucked into the vortex of YouTube videos because I didn't realize that you did makeup tutorials on YouTube. And obviously for someone like you, who's such a talented artist, you actually made the difficult when it comes to makeup easy. How has the makeup line been for you to explore that avenue of art, not just putting it on, but creating it as well?
It's been a lot of fun, really. I mean, I'm a bookworm, and I guess I'm overall nerdy in general, and I like to learn the process of things, and I think when I think about makeup, it's just another form of self-expression, just like tattooing is just like fashion, whatever. So it's not so much about changing or altering myself, because to be honest with you, I like myself without any makeup, but it's just fun, you know, and so I think that a lot of people would make the mistake of looking at the line and thinking, oh, if you want to look like Kat, you buy this stuff, which is not really. I think the products
it's a full
themselves,
range.
Yeah, and it lends itself to be versatile. You know, my mom wears my makeup, and she does not dress or look like me. You know, so that's a great thing, and so it's just I wish there was a million hours in the day. I would probably get so many more things done. You know, I have so many ideas and creative.
You're more on the go than most people I know. I think you're doing okay. And I was surprised when your makeup line was first launched that you had tattoo cover-up. And I thought, why would Kat Von D have that? And you did these fantastic photos where you took away all your tattoos with the makeup. What was it like for you to look in the mirror at yourself with no tattoos?
It was a trip. I mean, looking at myself in the mirror with no tattoos was like staring at a stranger. I don't believe that my tattoos make me. I don't think that they identify me, but I definitely have grown attached to them. You know, it's like I recognize them as part of me. Even my father, who, isn't. My parents are quite conservative, and I guess,
I'm sure they're used to it by now, but it must have been shocking at the beginning.
And I was pleasantly surprised when my dad was like, "Oh, I don't know, I don't like it without tattoos."
They weren't like, "Oh, my baby, there you are."
Yeah, which is, if you knew my dad, you'd be like, "What?"
Okay, we have to talk about your clothing range too, because I heard about it, and then when I looked at your lookbook, you really have absolutely everything, Kat. I don't know where you find the time to do this, but tell us about the clothing line.
You know, that was definitely a dream come true as well. I've had for years just racked up so much reference and ideas, and I'm influenced historically a lot. You know, I love the Victorian era. I love, you know, how to take something classic and beautiful and romantic and put it into a modern way, in a practical way, and it's been so much fun. I think it's also been like the most amount of work I've done. You know, this clothing line takes a lot out of me, but it's definitely worth it. And we've done an official launch in the UK, and we're about to do an official launch in the States and over here. So hopefully next time you see me, we'll be partying and celebrating it here.
And people can find it online in the meantime. And of course, you have your book, the bestseller, but you're actually working on a new one.
Yeah, almost done.
Almost done. What is the concept of the new one?
I guess it's just been, I guess if I had to put it in a nutshell, it's like go big or go home. You know, it's all large-scale tattoos that we're beautifully laying out, but the word content has a lot to do with, you know, understanding fear and the mentally generated thoughts that stop us from doing the things that we love or want to do. You know, I think there's a lot of people that come to me and go, "Oh, I wish I could draw like you," and it's like, well, you actually can. And there's nothing special about what I do. It's just I put a lot of practice, and you know, I've been tattooing since I was young, and dedicated myself, but the ability to do what I do, anybody can do it as long as you just apply yourself. So.
Do you ever sleep?
Yeah, I do. I mean, not as much as I like to, but you know, I don't know. I'm never bored, that's for sure.
What do you do to relax, and when you do have downtime? Because I mean, the art is work. The makeup line and the clothing line.
It's really not work to me. I honestly, there's a profound joy that I find in the art of creation, and I think I don't think that's like, you know, what I was here on the planet to do, but I think it's definitely the vessel that carries a different message. So, it's exciting for me. You know, I think, I don't know what it's like to work or be bored or be restless. Do you know what I mean? And well, you know, I live with my dad, and I love my family, and so I spend a lot of time with him and my cat, and I play music and. I don't know, I like arts and crafts. So it's like just things like that I'm really into. I read a lot.
And is anyone going to see you on television anytime soon with another reality show? Because I know the fans really miss seeing that side of you, but I'm sure it was a lot of work.
I love sharing. I think although I don't own a TV, I do appreciate what it does in that sense. It is a platform, and I've been able to do so many cool things because of it. But I've just been waiting for my contract to be up, and now that it is, we're definitely exploring some ideas. So it's all very exciting. And right now, the main focus is obviously the development of the new stuff with Sephora and the book, and then I'm writing a record. So
really,
yeah.
When are people going to be able to hear your music?
Relatively soon, actually. We just started recording like solid tracks. So
what kind of music?
You know, I couldn't describe a genre, but I can definitely say it'll be a lot of love songs.
Aw, well, I can't wait to hear it, Kat. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You can go to Kat's website to find out about everything. And of course, her makeup line is available at Sephora. Just go take some time because there's so much to play with. You will love it. And I adore her videos on YouTube. If you need a little tutorial, go check it out. Thanks, Kat.
Thank you.